By creating stories that have no boundaries, television has become an area of limitless creativity, captivating audiences with complex fictional plots, fascinating characters, and imaginative worlds. Each story challenges our perception of existence, technology, and the human condition, turning them into not only entertainment but also profound reflections on what it really means to be human. Welcome to Moviemania, and we'll be reviewing 5 memorable sci-fi series.
There must be 30 dead scientists in the past month. Christ.
The Free Body Problem is a highly anticipated project for fans of science fiction. This series is based on one of the most famous works of contemporary science fiction literature, a novel, or rather a trilogy, by Chinese author Liu Cixin. Scientific inventions and physical riddles are brought to the screen in the series with exceptional visual grandeur and long-lasting wow effect. The story begins in China. The series foreshadows its ambition, starting with the public execution of a Chinese scientist during Mao's Cultural Revolution, and then jumping to the present day, where many of the world's most famous physicists die mysteriously. These deaths can be linked to a number of strange events. Experiments carried out in particle accelerators around the world suddenly reveal that the search of the last few decades is wrong. Genius scientific minds are sent futuristic headsets of unknown origin, inviting them to join an incredibly realistic virtual reality game. What's more, one night, all the stars in the sky start to twinkle. All of this suggests that an advanced force is at work in this universe, which begins as a detective mystery investigated by a distraught intelligence investigator, Clan's Dashi, Benedict Wong, and escalates into a looming war of worlds. After witnessing the atrocities of the communist regime, when her father is brutally murdered by radical students, astrophysicist Ye Linje, disillusioned with humanity and its destructive tendencies, becomes involved in a secret military project to search for extraterrestrial life. At first, it's unclear what the aliens want and what they can do to get what they want. With the input of Game of Thrones creators such as David Benioff and D.B. Weiss, the show is expected to combine complex characters development with a large-scale, visually epic narrative on par with Liu Cixin's famous novel.
I have something to tell you. And you're very lucky, because I've never told anyone this in my whole life.
Night Sky is a science fiction drama about Franklin and Irina York, a couple who years earlier discovered a hidden room in their backyard that inexplicably leads to a strange, desolated planet. They don't know exactly what the planet is or how it works, even though they have visited it more than 800 times. For them, it's like a journey to a calming lake that nobody else knows about. It's a fascinating planet, and it's all theirs. The couple have kept their secret long and carefully, but when a mysterious young man appears in their lives, the Yorks' quiet life is quickly shattered, and the mysterious room they thought they knew turns out to be much more than they could have ever imagined. Night Sky is notable for its thoughtful exploration of themes such as love, aging, loss, and the human desire for adventure. The series also features strong performances from its lead actors, Oscar winners Sissy Spacek and J.K. Simmons. Although the series has been criticized for its slow pace, its intimate blend of characters development and sci-fi intrigue has been praised. Overall, Night Sky displays a unique blend of emotional storytelling and cosmic mystery, encouraging viewers to ponder the unknown, both in the universe and in their own lives. It is worth mentioning that the series shows the realistic difficulties of the life of an elderly couple living in a small town, while immersing the audience in a fascinating adventure. This combination of the everyday and the extraordinary sets Night Sky apart from the other science fiction series.
Hello, my name is Mark S., and I have, of my own free accord, elected to undergo the procedure known as severance.
The psychological thriller Severance is set in dystopian near future where the employees of Lumen Industries are subjected to a procedure known as separation. This controversial operation surgically separates their work memories from their personal lives, creating two different identities. One for their professional lives who know nothing about the outside world, and one for their personal lives who know nothing about their work experiences. This means that the employee performs his or her work at the workplace without any external disturbances or unwanted thoughts, and after leaving the workplace without being burned by the worries of work, lives as he or she likes. Data analyst Mark has signed up for this experiment. Unable to bear the grief of his wife's death, he's decided he'd rather spend half of his conscious time in total oblivion. By the way, the data analysts have no idea what data they are dealing with, but simply follows instruction blindly and do not ask any questions, because that is the company's policy. Moreover, they are followed by the watchful eye of never-smiling and stern manager Harmonia, who is assisted by her assistant Mr. Milchik. Things would have continued relatively calmly if it hadn't come to light that the company had been hiding dirty deeds and was unnecessarily trying to kill off its employees. Some have managed to escape this vicious circle. Such person appears to Mark as he goes about his routine in the outside world. Severance makes you think about the consequences of the separation between work and personal life. The series explores themes of identity, memory, and impact of work on personal life, raising deep questions about the nature of autonomy and the human experience in an increasingly controlled world. With its mix of suspense, dark humor, and commentary, it stands out as an important example of contemporary television.
Station? But what am I actually doing here?
I'm not gonna tell you. Don't worry. You're gonna figure it out.
Anyone who has seen the two previous films by acclaimed director Alex Garland, Ex Machina and Annihilation, will recognize the distinctive style of the writer and director. Both films feature spectacular visuals, innovative futuristic sets, and unsettling atmospheres, all wrapped up in an ambitious, intelligent science fiction story. In the 8-episode miniseries Devs, Garland's first work for the small screen, you're sure to see all this and more. Devs takes us to near-future San Francisco. The story follows Lily Chen, a computer engineer whose boyfriend Sergei disappears after he's invited to work in a mysterious development department of the high-tech company Amaya. While investigating Sergei's disappearance, Lily learns about the company's ambitious project called Devs, which aims to create powerful quantum computer that can predict the future and analyze every detail of the past. The Devs team, led by mysterious Forrest, believes that this technology can reveal the fundamental nature of reality. The protagonist Lily is confronted with philosophical questions about determinism, free will, and the ethical aspect of advanced technology. The series explores the limits of power and science and attempts to find out whether humans are in control of their own actions or whether everything is predetermined. The series is renowned for its stunning and memorable visuals, often depicting minimalist but otherworldly environments. The design of the Devs laboratory is particularly iconic, with its golden, shiny image and futuristic atmosphere. The use of lighting, color, and environment contributes strongly to the distinctive tone of the series.
We do not know how long we have been underground, or who built the silo.
Silo is a dystopian science fiction series based on Hugh Howey's bold series of novels. It is set in giant underground silo that houses the last remnants of humanity in the world where the external environment is toxic and deadly. The inhabitants of the silo live amid strict rules imposed by a system designed to maintain order and security. The plot revolves around Juliet Nichols, a skilled mechanic who uncovers disturbing truth about the silo's history and brutal system. As she investigates the circumstances surrounding her mother's mysterious death, she begins to challenge the existing way of life and questions the motives of those in power. Her journey uncovers secrets about the constructions of the silo, its management, and the possibility of living outside. She is afraid to share these beliefs with her husband, who turns out to be a sheriff, because the silo is the place where dissent can be punished. There is one immutable rule: do not ask to leave. Anyone who asks to leave must be allowed to do so, but then nobody ever comes back. In the context of political intrigue, personal sacrifice, and the struggle for freedom, Silo explores the themes of truth, control, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unrelenting hardship. Juliet's struggle for answers leads to revolution that threatens to destroy the very core of their society. Silo is praised for its product design and visual presentation. The huge multi-level underground structure is depicted with a sense of grandeur and aging, emphasizing the isolation and enclosure of its inhabitants. The contrast between the dark industrial interior of the silo and the mysterious, gloomy outside world adds the visual appeal. We hope you found out at least one series you never heard of that intrigued you. Moviemania was with you. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, click like and bell, and leave a comment with your opinion about the series you are interested in. Thank you for watching and see you next time.